along? It's Maggie here. Welcome to Record Core Wednesdays. Today we're going to be doing a 10-minute core class. Let's go get right down on the mat and get started because we have 10 different exercises to do today and we are not stopping. So we won't be repeating any exercises is the good news, but we're not going to really have it on break. So let's get started right into our first one is a roll up. So arms extend overhead and then just rolling up and over one vertebrae at a time. We're going to go nice and slow through this to start. This is kind of like a warm-up, I guess, but you're not really getting a warm-up or a cool down. We're getting right into it today. So, like I said, 10 different core exercises with really no built-in rest other than a few seconds for me to demo the next exercise. And even if you don't want to take that break while I demo, keep going with the previous exercise, okay? So, our next two core exercises here are tried and true. We're going to do crunches and oblique crunches. So you don't really need much of a demonstration for that. We got 5 seconds here. I can feel myself inching up from that. So no equipment needed today, just the mat for comfort. Let's take it into our second exercise, crunches. So just a standard crunch. Hands behind the head. Trying to lift the shoulder blades off of your mat with each crunch here. Trying not to pull your head up with your arms, but keep your arms nice and wide. Inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. If you want to follow your breath, it could actually help propel you on the way up with a good exhale. We got 15 seconds here. Then we're taking it into oblique crunches, which are basically like a bicycle crunch without the legs. So we'll be doing a bicycle later, don't you worry. All right, let's take it into the oblique. So you're almost like pressing off of that bottom elbow, kind of touches the floor of the mat below you. But really the most important part is that twist, right? So trying to think about getting your opposite elbow past the plane of your opposite knee. And lifting that shoulder blade completely off the mat and resetting in the middle between each one. We gotta move down my mat again, keep going. We have 15 more seconds here, and then we're going to be flipping it over real quick to go into a Spider-Man plank. I don't know if that's really what it's called, but that's what I call it. So go ahead and stay in your oblique crunch as you watch me. So we're going to be high plank, taking knee to elbow. So go ahead and join me, okay? So pretending like you're Spider-Man, crawling up a wall, keeping your butt low, trying to reach your knee towards your elbow. So right after this, we're halfway through, we're going to be going into a side plank with a rotation. It's going to be down on your elbows to give your wrist a little break. Keep going with this. I'm just going to demo. So stacking the feet, arms starting overhead, reaching down and opening up, okay? So if you need to modify, you're down on your knees, and you should still be able to do a rotation there, okay? Go ahead and join me. I want you to really kind of take your time with this one. Really reaching underneath and then opening back up. So I want you to almost like you're going to reach back to your opposite shoulder blade. So I'm starting on my left here. This is our 5th core exercise. Time is flying by. Our 6th one is the same thing, of course, just on the other side, okay? If at any point you feel like you're not able to maintain that side plank, scale it down to the knees. Keep going. We can always modify. What we can't give up. That is not acceptable. So I felt like I was getting really wobbly, like I was gonna fall out of it. So I'm scaling down to my knees. And we're flipping it over. Time for the other side. All right, up and at 'em. Shouldn't even need a break because this side hasn't been worked. Opening up, reaching, like almost threading that needle and reaching towards the ceiling. Like I said, you could take your time with this, especially if you have, if you feel like you're really wobbly, off balance, just take your time. Halfway there. Our next exercise, we're going to be onto our backs again for a flutter kick. Keep going. We just have 10 more seconds here on the demo. Or if you need a little break, you can come with me onto your back. So hands are going to come just below your buttock for a little flutter kick. Most importantly, we're not letting this big gap in our low back. We're going to flatten our low back onto the mat. Let's go. Maintaining that, what we call posterior pelvic tilt. The abdominals do that job, so we know our core is nice and tight. But as you could probably feel, fatigue is setting in. So just there, I felt my lower back kind of almost like a little ache in my lower back because my abdominals weren't doing the job. So I stopped, paused, reset, did my posterior pelvic tilt, and held it. Now, if you need a little bit more of a challenge, you're lifting your head off the mat. Or you can always even go arms overhead. But I don't need that today. So I'm going to maintain flutter kick. But keep it up. We got 10 more seconds and we're going into an easier one. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Keep it up, keep it up. Come on, kick, 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 kick. And the next one, round number 8, is a single kneaded chest pull. So I want you to still think about that posterior pelvic tilt. We're keeping the abdominals nice and contracted as we kind of pull that leg in when our opposite leg goes out. You have to work that side of your core even harder. For more of a challenge, lift your head off of the mat just like I'm doing now. But as soon as I feel that my form is suffering or my back is taking the stress, I'm going to put my head back down. But like I said, this one's a little bit easier. So almost designed as an active rest break. But our next exercise, which is round number 9. Can you believe it, guys? 9 core exercises we've already done. We're going to take it into a double knee tuck. So if you're still pretty fatigued from all the earlier ones, kind of looks like this. Actually, go ahead and extend out the whole way. Or if you're up for the challenge, lifting the head up and keeping the feet off of the mat when you extend. So right now, that's enough of a challenge for me. However, if you want more, arms overhead as the legs extend. So arms and legs extend at the same time and they both tuck in. I'm going back to just legs. Inhale, exhale on the way out. Inhale on the way in, exhale on the way out. We got 15 more seconds. And we're going to be moving back into a classic core exercise, which are bicycles. So we're going to combine that oblique crunch we did at the beginning to bringing in the leg. So opposite arm, opposite leg, getting it nice twisted. Extending that leg the whole way, reaching that elbow towards the knee. And we just have 30 more seconds left in this class, team. Come on. Pick up the pace. I'm going to reset. I feel my low back taking the strain, but if you're good, keep going, keep going, keep going.